Of course. Okay. Inside. Pump doesn't even work.
So you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more. You know, they say to never mess with the classics, but Panera did just that and more with our new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches by using pan-seared chicken, our secret garlic aioli recipe, Parmesan crisps, and pickle chips, all on a buttery brioche roll. Because if no one messed with the classics, you'd never have a chicken sandwich this good. New Chef's Chicken Sandwiches from Panera. Only $1 delivery fee when you order on our app. Restrictions apply. For details, visit PaneraBread.com/delivery info.
Rates are on the rise, but with Rocket, you get an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates drop within 3 years of buying your home, you'll get exclusive savings from Rocket Mortgage to refinance to a new lower rate. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Call 837-ROCKET or go to therocketadvantage.com.
Must purchase rate between 7/18/22 and 9/30/22. Call 1-833-ROCKET for terms and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all states that are listed.
Man.
What most voters want. It's not even what most Republicans want, as we saw in Kansas. And so I'm comfortable that a freedom agenda is going to prevail in November.
Alice Worth, KCBS.
Sonoma County has reopened a section of the Joe Rodota Trail that runs from Sebastopol to Santa Rosa after closing it due to a public safety concern raised by homeless encampments. The The county installed fencing in the former site of two encampments and said it has relocated people and in some cases moved them to shelter sites. The section of the trail that had been closed was along Highway 12 between Dutton Avenue and Wright Road. Unsheltered residents were given 2 hours to pick up their belongings and move along. Just ahead on KBS, firefighters are gaining ground on some major Northern California wildfires. Right now, we want to take a look at the roads. We go to the KCBS Traffic Center and Frank Munich. Well, again, as we mentioned last time, the major development, the clearing of that five-car injury crash, which had been blocking the 4 left lanes westbound before Powell Street in Emeryville, but boy, the damage has been done in terms of traffic. Even though all of the lanes are open, we're still seeing very slow traffic on westbound 80 from before University all the way down to past Powell. Traffic begins to get by in those lanes, so very, very tough ride. Sure there. We have a new problem that's just being reported in San Jose. It's actually a crash involving 5 vehicles, 4 cars and a motorcycle, blocking the far right lane. Again, that's northbound 280 at Ray Street, and a report of problem at the Bay Bridge in the form of a stall. This is eastbound 80, just on the other side of the in the 3rd lane from the left. Your next update at 12:18 on the traffic leader KCBS. Partly to mostly cloudy overnight, areas of fog. Overnight lows upper 50s and 60s. Tomorrow, partial clearing at the coast after morning overcast and a chance of drizzle. Becoming sunny near the bay. It'll be sunny all day. I think I said tomorrow. It's now today because it is now Sunday. Anyway, highs later today, mid to upper 60s at the coast, 70s along the bay, mid 80s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS News Time is 12:10. Firefighters continue to gain ground against the state's deadliest and largest wildfire of the year. The McKinney fire is now 40% contained with more than 60,000 acres burned. 4 people have died in the fire that is burning close to the city of Wairika. 132 90 of those homes have been destroyed since the fire started 1 week ago. More than 4,500 additional structures remain threatened. To the west of the McKinney fire, the Yeti fire continues to burn out of control. The fire was sparked a week ago by lightning. It has burned nearly 8,000 acres and is 10% contained. In Mariposa County, the Oak Fire burning near Yosemite is now 92% contained. So far, that one has destroyed 170 homes and structures. Back to the McKinney fire, the Karuk tribe says that massive fire appears to have caused the death of tens of thousands of Klamath River fish. The tribe says the dead fish of all species are being found near the small town of Happy Camp. The Karuk are working with the Yurok, another Northern California tribe, and state and federal agencies to gain access to the fire zone to understand what has happened there. Scientists think debris may have flowed from the burned area to the river. Still not clear at this point exactly how serious that fish is. Researchers are firing laser beams into forests to map out places prone to burn. KCBS's Chris Ancarlo has more about a technology designed to offer a deeper look into the woods.
Detection and ranging is the technology used to create 3D mapping.
This is a very powerful way to survey very large areas.
Fly above forest shooting LiDAR beams back and forth.
And then the instrument one like that, and from that it can build up a 3D.
The process creates a scan of the forest from the floor to the canopy to identify plots that are overgrown and vulnerable to fire.
There's layering of canopy from near the ground or to the ground up into the upper canopy.
He says there's a plan to survey almost all of the Sierra this summer.
See what the condition of the forest are, be able to look to see what the fire have done, what have they left.
That detail can help foresters and firefighters plan on how to get ahead of the next wildfire. Chris Carlo, KCBS.
We'll talk haze, giants, earthquakes, and exactly how much that upstart golf tournament offered Tiger Woods. Sports in 90 seconds.
You know those headlines that make you stop scrolling and actually read an article? I'm Mike Rogers. Those are the kinds of stories I'm diving into on my podcast, Something Offbeat, like the caterpillar infestation in Maine that had us rethinking our relationship with insects.
We were talking about a time 300 million years ago, if you can imagine. Dragonfly had a 2-foot wingspan.
Just search for Something Offbeat in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
He was the heart of your family, and he taught you our history. He helped you fix your first flat. He was the best backyard DJ around, and every time he'd tell a story, he'd own the room. But now more than ever, he may feel alone. Today, older adults and their loved ones are looking to connect, in a time when connection has never been more important. But there is something we can do. Embrace our older loved ones through StoryCorps Connect. With StoryCorps Connect, you can honor seniors remote. Share the conversation of a lifetime at StoryCorpsConnect.org/AARP. Connect, honor, share. StoryCorps Connect. A message from AARP, StoryCorps, and the Ad Council.
Coming up on KCBS, hundreds of bicyclists boldly went where they weren't supposed to go yesterday. The lower deck of the Bay Bridge. We'll have that wild story in 5 minutes. KCBS News Time. Right now we want to talk sports, baseball. The Giants beat the A's Saturday in a game played before more than 40,000 fans at the Oakland Coliseum. Soccer, the Earthquakes at home played Austin to a 3-3 draw. More sports, here's Ted Ramey.
Ever since the Saudi-funded Lift Golf, they have consistently thrown around jaw-dropping amounts of money in big names from the PGA Tour. There were rumors they had thrown around an offer of $700 to $800 million to try and land Tiger Woods. Is that true? That number was out there before I became CEO. That is Live Golf Commissioner and CEO Greg Norman on the Tucker Carlson show earlier this week when asked about the big money offer. So yes, while that did come before his stewardship began, it's a legit number. So that number's been out there, yes. Yeah. And look, Tiger's the needle mover, right? Yeah. So, of course, you got to look at the best of the best, you know. So, they had originally approached Tiger before I became CEO. So, yes, that's somewhere in that neighborhood. Tiger declined the offer and has consistently been critical of golfers that have left the PGA for Live. At the sports desk, KCBS.
You want to go? All of you who want to go to college want to go? Your best this knowledge. Listen. You gotta be a go-getter, cause it's hard to get there. Get up in their face, get up in their face, excuse me, mister. You say teacher, you say you're my preacher. Excuse me, mister. You act like you're large, and you say you're in charge. So show me, what is it that I need? So tell me, the books I should read. Somebody hit me with the 411. There's a step to take, there's a job to be done. I want step 1, step 2, step 3 spelled out. All the info is what I'm about. So ask for help and do not stop. Know how to go.
why we're the Bay Area's #1 news station. On the Polo Grounds in Golden Gate Park, Jim Taylor, KCBS. All news, all the time, right here on KCBS.
Where it's time to check traffic. Here's Frank Munich. And it is time for us to take a look at a problem in Martinez, eastbound 4, just before Alhambra Avenue. We have an accident involving a solo spin out. One car slammed into the center divide and is now wound up off of the right-hand shoulder, skidding across all lanes. We have emergency crews on scene. Traffic break being done on northbound 280 at the 87 split to try and clear a crash involving 4 cars and a motorcycle, which had been blocking the far right lane. Problem just now removed on the other side of the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza as you come off of the Bay Bridge heading into Oakland, eastbound 80. We had the stall blocking the 3rd lane from the left on the other side of the toll. Has now been moved to the shoulder, and we have all lanes now once again blocked on the east shore. This time it is a new accident, westbound 80, just before University Avenue in Berkeley, blocking all lanes and had been initially blocking the 3 left lanes. Of course, very close to the accident that we had for the better part of an hour in Emeryville at Powell Street. Your next update at 12:28 on the traffic leader, K. Morning overcast with a little fog, maybe some drizzle will give way to partly cloudy skies at the coast and sunshine along the bay. It'll be sunny all day later today inland. Highs today, upper 60s at the coast, 70s along the bay, mid-80s inland. And then for next week, pretty much we can expect partly to mostly cloudy skies at the coast and near the bay, mostly sunny inland. And for the most part, in the upper 60s at the coast, 70s along the bay, 80s inland through Tuesday, and then midweek on, we're looking at highs inland approaching 90 degrees. Right now in San Francisco and Livermore, it's 61 degrees, Half Moon Bay, 57 degrees, Novato, 59, and Saratoga at 63 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS 1220. What a scene yesterday on the Bay Bridge as a bunch of bicyclists took to the span, causing traffic delays and a big response from the CHP. The San Francisco CHP's Public Information Officer, Mark Andrews, says cyclists showed up on the bridge about 2:30 Saturday afternoon, and there were hundreds, including some juveniles. They got onto the eastbound lower deck of the bridge and were right beside other cars. Officer Andrews.
Our HP motor officers were able to work their way through the traffic and were able to get the majority of the bicyclists off the bridge in under 30 minutes. The cyclists were either forced off the bridge on the other side down by the toll plaza or onto the bicycle path to eliminate them from the normal flow of traffic.
There were no arrests, and it's not clear at this point who the bicyclists were and why they wanted to go ride on the Bay. The San Francisco District Attorney's Office is investigating a shooting early Saturday morning involving officers in the Mission District. Police say they were trying to detain a man at 16th and Van Ness. The man took off, and the shooting between the man and police officers began. It's not known yet who fired first. Police say the man hid behind a car and fired continuously. The tactical unit managed to take the man into custody. One was wounded in the gunfire, but the man was taken to the hospital with a non-life-threatening injury. As per the city's protocol, the DA is investigating along with Police Internal Affairs and the Independent Department of Police Accountability. Policy also calls for the police department to hold a town hall meeting regarding the shootout within 10 days as part of their commitment to transparency.